Hey y'all, Trump bashed this woke bishop, and trust me, she deserved it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Boris. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get into this video. You know, Trump is the type of guy, if you put him on the spot, he gonna lash back. And trust me, I'm gonna play this video so you can see why he did. You know, you always hear what he did and don't know why he did it. Check this out.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic.
Yo, check JD face. Let me move my mouse. Watch his face right here. He's like, what she just said?
Republican and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens.
Yeah, he
or have the proper documentation.
Sorry for talking through it. I just can't help it because you know once you started, everybody watching Trump to see how he's going to react, right? Let me pull it back a little bit. I'm going to try to stop talking. It's just hilarious. You see how JD face changing. Then I don't know who this girl is here. Her face looking over like, I wonder what he's going to do. This guy here got all intense. And then Trump started getting uneasy. Everybody like, what is she talking about? Trump was president before, so all this LGBT and all this stuff like that. He don't mess with nobody. He didn't mess with nobody, right? Now, yes, the illegals been here. They've been deporting them back and forth, but it never became national security and so much that it's like this. Think about this, right? The things that he's doing now is because it got extreme. He was the president before. Obama was the president. All presidents been deporting people, but it was never this extreme. So he have to do it. It like, what are you gonna do? You can't take care of everybody. Anyway, let me put it back. Find my mouse, bring it back. Bye. All right, let's go. I'm gonna talk less now.
They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land. May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people in this nation and the world.
You're already zoned out. Is it? Now listen, let me break something down to you, right? Think about this. He's the president. She's the bishop of the church. She have the power Or maybe, the pull or whatever to just be like, when the service is done, come up to the president and speak to him. Maybe even privately. And say, hey, Mr. Trump, and make her case. Why would you do this when you know the world is watching? Knowing that the people voted for what he's doing because it's necessary, right? Now, some might say the way he's going about it is distasteful, but too much crime is happening. Like, it blows your mind that people who is for this overlook that. It's mind-boggling. They need to wake up, man. They really need to wake up. These liberal mayors, governors, all the above, who's not trying to cooperate with ICE, they out of control. They out of control. But sure enough, Trump had something to say, right? Let's get into that right there, because he's not going to let you say what you say and get away with it. Not Trump. Not Trump at all. Let's get to it. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what our President Trump had to say. The so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning was a radical left hardline Trump hater. She brought her church into the world of politics in a very ungracious way. She was nasty in tone and not compelling or smart. She failed to mention the large number of illegal migrants that came into our country and killed people. Many were deposited from jails and mental institutions. It is a giant crime. Well, I'm pretty sure you're trying to say there is a giant crime wave that is taking place in the U.S. of A. Right? Apart from her inappropriate statements, the service was, well, in true Trump fashion, he got to, rake you over the coals a little bit. So he went on to say, the service was a very boring and an uninspiring one. She's not very good at her job. Anyway, well, listen. When you play with fire, you get burned. You can't say what you want to say to Trump and think he's not going to say how he feel about it. She found out how he felt. And nobody was surprised that he said what he said, because he's on a mission. And he's like this: the American people voted for me to do what I said or what I was going to do. And he didn't appreciate the way she spoke to him and the fact that she put him on the spot. So listen, you can like him, you can hate him, but you know that he's a guy who stands on business. He's not fake. Yes, he's flawed, but he's going to look out for our best interests. So this was another one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, share it to a friend, show the channel some love. As I always say, I love you guys. Peace.